Shalom news seekers of Israel, and have we got news for you. Jonah, a runaway prophet, caught in a storm to beat all storms, thrown in the sea to calm the storms, swallowed by a huge, ginormous monster fish, has been spotted, alive and well. Yes, only here, people, you hear it here first. Our intrepid roving link team is, as they say, on scene. Abigail, Shalom.
Shalom, Caleb. Yes, here we are, freshly seasick stained from a less than smooth voyage back from Tarshish on the edge of the known world. And here we are on a beach somewhere on the coast of Syria. And we have sensational news of Jonah, son of Amittai, prophet of Israel. But you don't want to hear it from me. We have come across Gamilla, who is a local fisherman's wife, and wow, does she have a story to tell. Come and meet her. Gamilla, Shalom, please explain to us what you saw.
You don't know me, my love, but I spent all my time on this beach, gutting the fish my father caught, and now those my husband bring in. But no matter how hard the sun beats down on my head, I never saw anything like this. It happened 3 days ago, on an evening just like this. Like usual, I had helped push the boats out with the other woman, and waved the men off as they went to fish for the night. But instead of going back to the village, I stayed a while, watching the waves. It makes me think of the Creator, the givenness of things, my small place in it all. You know, but then from nowhere, this great wave roared in, faster than a swarm of locusts. I thought to run, but it happened all so fast. I was just glued to the spot like a limpet on a rock. A huge fish, massive, bigger than any boat round here, surged onto the foreshore with the waves and flopped around for, a second really, before opening its mouth and vomiting.
Did you say vomiting?
I don't know. I know. Take whatever you see in your head and times it by 10. I've never seen anything so disgusting. It vomited a white pile of something onto the sand. With that, it blinked, and I blinked back, and the wave tapped itself to the sea, the great fish with it. I stood for a while, heart beating, trying to take in what I'd seen, and trying to tell myself that it was okay. It was so strange that something you never saw could happen, happens. But it soon got stranger. The white pile moved.
It moved?
Yeah! At first I thought, well, I didn't know what to think. But I took a few steps closer. Only a few steps, mind. I mean, the smell. But gradually, the white lump uncurled and I realised it was a man. Of course, then I rushed to help him, and gave him a drink from my water skin. His clothes and his skin were bleached with stomach acid. I know that from gutting a million fish. But he was living and breathing. Just.
Bad day for Jonah.
Very bad day, although better to be a bleached pile on the sand than looking at the fish from the inside. Anyway, after he washed in the sea, I've never seen someone scuttle in and out of the water so quickly, like a terrified crab. He started talking. There we were, on the shore, him watching the sea nervously and eating my supper hungrily. And just like the contents of that great fish's stomach, the whole story came gushing out. He had been swallowed straight away when the sailors threw him overboard and sat in the fish's stomach, seaweed wrapped around his head, eating, drinking nothing for 3 days and 3 nights. He said it was like a kind of death. He'd nothing except pray to your God, your Yahweh. He said it in his mind. He could see your holy temple, in Jerusalem, the seat of God's mercy. He said that I needed that mercy, that forgiveness. He knew he'd gone in the wrong direction, but that your God had helped him turn around to come back the right way. Salvation comes only from the Lord, he said. He said the very moment he accepted the saving mercy of his God, he found himself rushing out of the fish's mouth as suddenly as it had swallowed him, and he felt the ground and the dry sand beneath his aching body. He asked where we were, and I told him. He said, "That figures," and looked in the direction of the city. An hour or so later, he tightened his whitened sandals and shook the sand from his battered cloak and headed off.
Camilla, that's jaw-dropping, sensational. But where did he go?
Nineveh, of course. Where else? The more I think about it, the more I feel I know this God of yours, your Yahweh. When I look at the sea, the vastness and the intricacy of it all, the wildness and the gentleness, the chaos of the storm and the order of the rhythm tides, I sense that Creator must be one of both wrath and of mercy, of justice and of love. I wonder if your prophet really understands this yet. I wonder if he's really ready to believe that to put justice and love together, it will always cost something. Not something, everything.